Hi everybody, it's Rob, and welcome to my Twitch TV stream, or YouTube, depending on however you happen to be watching this. And as you can see, we're once again playing Final Fantasy XIV, and it's 11:15 my time, and that's important because Final Fantasy XIV is going down at midnight for the big patch. So tonight is all about saying goodbye to Final Fantasy 2.0, or the game as we know it, and saying hello to Final Fantasy 2.1, which is going live on Tuesday, because they're going to take the game down for an entire day, because there's just so much patch to put in the game. But I thought it would be fun to kind of run around and do some random things in 2.0, and just kind of look at some things that we know are going to be changing before the patch hits, because I always think it's funny, like, years later to go back and see kind of what the game looks like. Like, even now, going back and watching 1.0 videos is, like, really interesting to me. Even though the game was kind of crap, it had a lot of really interesting cutscenes. Anyway, let me introduce those on the line with me. Shane Alinko is here, as he usually is when Final Fantasy XIV is up. Hey, Shane.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I am fine. I'm doing some work for work.
That's all right. So you're
1:16 in the morning.
You're multitasking, so it's like an episode of Horde House, to be honest, right?
Well, usually I'm not multitasking during that. I'm just not paying attention to the show.
I guess it is what it is. Alan is joining us as well. He's there behind me. Say hi, Alan.
Hello.
And things might be a little echoey with Alan because we're in the same room, as you can tell. But it is what it is. So, how are you, Alan?
I'm pretty good.
Awesome, awesome. Also joining us on the line, say hello to our friend from Koopa Club, who I don't think's ever been on a stream with us before. Say hello to Jancko.
Hi.
Hi, Jancko. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm switching to my white mage and enjoying seeing thunder in my bar for the last time because I won't be able to use.
That's what I was gonna do.
I know. I'm gonna go cast thunder on something right now because one of the big things in the patch is that white mages will not have the ability to cross-class thunder. Neither will summoners. It's going to be a black mage only spell, right?
That's right.
But we're getting what? We're getting Blizzard 2?
Yes. Blizzard 2 is getting nerfed.
Blizzard 2 is getting nerfed?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
half
it's
the
going from.
potency.
Yeah.
That's kind of crappy, so. Well, white mages are getting a little bit nerfed, aren't they? Because we're getting our holy is nerfed too, right? I'm casting holy right now.
Yeah, it's getting nerfed.
But that's probably to fix the speed runs in Wanderer's Palace. Because, yeah, I mean, running Wanderer's Palace is fun because you can just pull these big packs of mobs and holy them down. But I guess Square probably doesn't like that white mages are practically doing all the DPS in those. That's my thought anyway. So, well, Jancko, I know you haven't been on a Final Fantasy XIV stream with us before. How are you feeling about the game so far? Have you played MMOs before, or is 14 your first?
This is my first.
This is your first. Do you like it? Are you having a good experience with it so far, or what?
Yeah, I was totally hooked on like the first week, and more so now that I've reached endgame.
And what is it about the game that you love so much?
I don't even know. I like to see numbers go up as I get stronger and stronger.
You like
it's very gratifying just seeing my character go from weak to strong and seeing like being able to help other people in my guild more and more as I get stronger.
You like the grind of the Japanese MMO and getting to.
I guess I do.
Yeah, a little bit. There's nothing wrong with liking a little grinding.
Kind of relaxing.
So
After a long day of work.
After a long day of work, you like to come home and grind a little bit?
Yeah.
Grind your character? You're the only one on Koopa Club playing this game, aren't you?
Yeah, Ian had it, and I think he played it for the first month and then didn't resubscribe. And Phil also had it, but didn't like it, so stopped playing it pretty quickly. Oh,
Phil was really into World of Warcraft. So that kind of surprises me he wasn't feeling this one so much.
Yeah, I was too.
Do they give you crap over this? Like your addiction? No?
Nah.
That's good. That's nice of them.
Well, maybe a little. Whenever we do the now playing, it's like, oh, what are you playing? Final Fantasy XIV? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Big surprise.
Yeah.
So there's obviously a lot of stuff coming into this patch 2.1, so I'm kind of curious, like, what are you guys looking forward to the most in the new patch? There's an awful lot of crap coming in the new patch, so let's talk about what we are looking forward to most of all first. Shane, I'll start with you. What are you looking forward to most of all in the new patch?
I am looking forward to everything. No, the haircutting thing. Let's be real. The haircutting guy is going to be my favorite thing. And I will spend all my gil cutting my hair.
Now, you just recently re-rolled your entire character just because, you wanted to change your race, right?
Yes, and it was New Character Monday. So what else was I supposed to do?
But you don't have New Character Monday in Final Fantasy XIV. There's no need for it.
New Character Mondays in every game I play.
So you're excited to be able to cut hair.
Yes, and more story. I'm not 50 on my new character yet. I'm 42, and I'm ready to get to 50 so I can go play the new story. Even though I have my old character still, and I could technically go onto him and do it, I'm not going to, because I can't abandon this character. I've already put so much time into this new one, so...
Do you think you're going to end up with a third character just because you'll be like, oh, I want to have such and such, now I want to do a Rogadin for some weird reason?
Why would I want to be a Rogadin?
You said in the beginning, why would I want to be a kitty person? And now you are.
No. I never said that. That is a lie, unless you can bring up some sort of thing where it's recorded I said that.
I'm going to go to old episodes of Horde House. Watch.
That's okay, you do that. The only reason I never wanted to be a kitty person was because I didn't want to be considered a furry. Now that I'm a kitty person, I don't feel like I'm considered a furry because I'm not like, man, he's hot because he's a cat. No, he just is awesome, and he's got a great name.
I'm showing this map of Middle Aneska because aren't they putting one of the housing areas in here? Mist? Doesn't Mist go in here somewhere? Or am I crazy?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to housing because our free company is way too poor for that, and we're never going to have
that is very
even
true.
The smallest house.
That is very true. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Shane is looking forward to the attestation. Attestation?
Wow.
Why don't they
I'm
say...
looking forward to you to get a book so you can have it.
Screw you.
That is my new favorite part of 4.2, 2.2.
Oh, yeah, no, you get a math book. I'll get an English
That's
book.
fine.
You get a
I
math
suck
book.
At that.
You get a math book. All right.
Let's call it the haircutting thing.
The haircutting.
You can't pronounce that wrong.
All right. You want haircut, dude. Okay.
Yes.
Jancko, what about you? What are you looking forward to in the patch?
Well, I've recently reached the point where I'm just running Wanderer's Palace over and over again trying to get myth tomes. So I can't wait to have new ways to get myth tomes, because I'm tired of running that dungeon.
Yes, that will be really nice. And it'll bring back reasons to run the old dungeons with the new roulette system.
That reminds me, I'm looking forward to the weekly cap increasing, because right now the myth tomes you can only get 300 a week, but now you're going to be able to get, and by the way, yes, I am way behind this week, stop judging me. But you're going to be able to get way more in future weeks, which will be nice. Right, because going up from 300 to 450 is the cap, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So starting tomorrow, well, starting Tuesday, because we don't get to play tomorrow.
Right, oh, sorry, that's what I meant, Tuesday.
But
So,
they did say it'd be only going down for 24 hours tops, so we might be able to play a little bit tomorrow.
That's true.
yeah, I
We
mean,
should take off Tuesday instead of Monday. That would have been smarter.
they are definitely trying to sort of set the bar a little bit, like, kind of make our expectations that it's going to be this long time, and then hopefully they'll come
4
in way
minutes.
under the bar. What's that?
I said hopefully it's only 4 minutes.
Only 4 minutes of maintenance? I doubt that.
Yes.
I think the servers are going to be hammered because everybody's going to be trying to download the patch. And obviously, I look at a game like World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, they never came up on time. In their first few expansions, they never did. Now they're pretty good. They're good at estimating their time frames now, but I wonder if Square isn't purposely overshooting the time frames so that they look really good when it doesn't take as long as they think. I hope. Or we could be looking at... Go ahead, Jancko.
Sorry. But it will take 3 days to download the patch.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be the pain in the butt because it's going to take all day to download.
Do we even know how big the patch is?
I don't think so. Not at this point.
Yeah.
Not at this point.
Gotta be huge.
Yeah, oh, I bet. Jancko, you're a PlayStation 3 player, right?
Yeah, I am.
Are there...
Don't judge me.
What's that?
Don't judge me.
I don't do. Some people are like killing it on PlayStation 3, and the controller method is really good in this game. So, you know, I prefer PC myself, but I don't hate it on PlayStation 3, and I can see where people kind of get the hang of it. But I hear, aren't they making some changes on the PlayStation 3 version, like quality of life stuff? Like you're going to be able to focus target finally on PlayStation 3, right?
I don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know, right? Do you have a keyboard hooked up to your PlayStation 3?
Yeah.
Well, you have to, because you type to us all the time. Okay, if you target something and you hit Shift F, it will focus it, which means it's going to put it in a separate little frame. Actually, I can show it on a little YouTube here if I find something to target. I will target this random person saying here, Nana Zondas, who is in the free company Hater. I guess they're hating. So when I hit Shift F, a new little like focus target frame comes up that actually shows them. And then if I go and target other things or do whatever, that thing is still my focus target, which is really good for like tanks if I'm a healer. Or I use this all the time in Ampedor Keep, the last boss. This is how I can see if they're doing that thing that fills the whole room with AoE where I have to hide behind a pillar. Imminent Catastrophe, that's it. I will focus target all the time on that so I can see that.
I'm coming to Wineport to say hi.
Oh, you are? Okay, I'll hang out in Wineport for a minute.
So that's
This
where
game's
you're
so
at.
pretty. I could just run around and do nothing. It's pretty awesome. Oh, there you are. I see you. Do you wanna do some flexing for the YouTubes and all that?
Sure.
You're gonna be able to take screenshots and cutscenes and stuff now in the patch. I know that's really exciting because right now you can't. You having fun? Can I zoom in all the way to like first person? Maybe not.
Yeah, you can. There's first person.
How do you do first person? I hardly ever do it. What is it, Alan?
Home key.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. There you
First
go.
person.
And then scroll lock, I think, gets rid of UI.
Yeah, no, I knew that because I can take pictures that way. There, I took a picture. All right. Jancko, was there anything else you wanted to say about tomes and some of the new stuff with tomes? How do you think you're going to be getting tomes? You going to do just random dungeons, or what acquisition methods do you think you're going to use the most?
I'm really looking forward to the new hard mode dungeons. Although, do those give the stones? I assume they do.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty
I think
sure.
so.
Okay.
They're lowering the number of tomes that Ampedor Keep gives you from 40 to 30. They're taking out some of the mobs in there. And so I'm thinking 30 is going to be what it is kind of across the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see the Brayflax hard mode.
There's
Those
an
are my-
Abraflox one.
No,
Oh.
there's no Brave Flocks, not this one.
No, it's just it's Copper Bell and Hawk Manor.
Oh, Hawkman is what I was thinking of.
I wish Brayflox was getting a hard mode. I love Brayflox.
Here's the oh. I have the duty finder over your face right now. Sorry, I just wanted to capture it as it looks today because this list is going to get way bigger after the patch, that's for sure. So, Alan, I haven't been able to pick on you yet. Alan, what are you looking forward to for the new patch for Final Fantasy?
Dragoon changes, because that's my class. They're getting buffed a lot.
Like what?
The buff that we put on ourselves for successfully doing our strafe attack, it's called Heavy Thrust, and you have to do it from the side of a monster. It gives you 10% damage for 30 seconds, and now it's getting increased to 15%. So that's like a bread and butter ability that's getting a big boost, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually not 50 yet. I'm starting to research what my rotation is and how, you know, Dragoons are effective in raids at 50, and I guess the rotation and the cooldown management, and there's 3 different dots, all the stuff that Dragoons have to know how to do is really kind of a pain in the ass. And there wasn't really a reward. Like, they don't really top DPS charts either, like Bards do. So for how difficult it is to play them, there's no real incentive. So it sounds like Dragoons are actually getting a bump up so that if you can play one well, you will be an absolute beast. So hopefully I can ding 50 after the patch and practice on some training dummies and really learn how to do the stuff.
So are you laughing at all of us that are getting nerfed?
Not really. So I don't understand a lot of how the classes work.
It doesn't seem like Square does either, reading some of those nerfs.
Well, I mean, I understand that, like, I heard that summoners and white mages, and I guess that would be the only two classes, use Thunder a lot for DPS, and that's getting taken away, so I know that that's a nasty bite for them.
I don't mind getting Thunder taken away from a summoner. I mind the virus nerf because it seems unnecessary.
That sounds really nasty, yeah.
And
I read my about that one.
I mind the fact that, and the wording could be very vague on this, but they're changing obey and steady to be the exact same command, it seems, for your pet. And obey was fantastic because with your pet you had like 2 attack stances. You had obey, which would mean your pet would just spam its basic attack, and then any extra attacks you would have to select yourself and trigger those by pressing the button. Sick means it'll just do whatever it wants whenever it wants in terms of attacking. So good summoners would put it on obey, keep that auto attack going, and then work in, you know, the other abilities when needed. Now it sounds like obey is just going to be nothing but button management, so there won't be any sort of attacks going on. You will still have to press everything now, including the auto attack button. And I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm hoping it's just bad wording on their part, but I don't think it is, because, I don't know, they nerfed virus for no reason.
So, Alan, is there anything else that you're looking forward to outside of those Dragoon changes and the fact that you're getting a buff while the rest of us are getting hit with a Nerf bat? Or
Yeah, that's pretty neat. And like I said, I haven't dinged 50 yet on any class. So as far as the end game, like AK and WP and all of the instances that you guys run over and over at 50, I haven't done them yet at all. So 2.1 is just going to be what I know. I won't know how it was from before. I've heard they're getting rid of some trash, and trash is annoying, so that'll be good. Yeah, that's about it.
Shane, as somebody who's more seasoned, what do you think of some of these dungeon changes? Like, what do you think? I was a little surprised to hear the Ampedor Keep changes, but I can see where they might be trying to homogenize things a little bit, where everything is 30 tomes. But then I kind of wonder, like, well, if they're not really shutting down Wanderer's Palace speedruns, why would somebody choose to do Ampedor Keep? Or maybe they're assuming speedruns will come back there? I don't know. Where's your head at with all the dungeon changes?
I think it was weird that they changed AK a bit by removing those, you know, they said they removed some trash and they're dropping the time limit down and they are removing 10 myth stones, but I feel like it's more just to give people a different option to do speedruns, maybe. So you don't have to just spam Wanderer's Palace, you can spam AK reliably again. Which I'm sure won't even be the best way to do it anymore. I feel like the what's it called, the roulette every day, and are taking advantage of each part of the dungeon and Guild Hest Roulette, because they all give you stones, I believe. And then I think they really are going to be trying to get people into the hard modes, and I bet they give you better rewards, like much better than what you get from AK or Wanderer's Palace.
Is there anything from this patch, this might be a weird question, but is there anything from this patch that you guys, and this is open to anybody, that you guys are going to miss? Because I don't think they're really removing anything, but is there something that you think is going to be a step backwards, like that you're going to look back and say, oh, remember in 2.0 when ... just like a lot of WoW players do today. Remember in Burning Crusade? And, you know, anything any of you can think of?
No, I don't understand the question.
Is there anything going away or changing in a negative way where you think you're going to miss the way it was done in 2.0?
Besides the nerfs we already talked about, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've probably hit on the big stuff because, well, I'm going to miss being able to use Thunder as a white mage, that's for sure.
I think some of their design changes, or not design changes, design choices are not good for 2.1. Like, some Crystal Tower mechanics seem pretty dumb, but I think that's something that we'll look back in 2.2 and be like, oh, remember when they screwed this up entirely and then fixed it? So I don't think there's anything for this patch, but next patch will have all the changes to the stupid things that they decided on.
Can you elaborate a little bit on Crystal Tower, because we haven't talked about that yet? But if you guys didn't know, Crystal Tower is the new raid coming to the game, but it's a little weird because it's a 24-man raid, but you can only put together groups of 8 to go in. You will have to run with 16 randoms.
Yep.
Can you elaborate a little more on what you don't think is good about that and so forth?
I'm not totally against the only having 8 people and the other 16 be randomized. That's fine, whatever. If it gets me in there, it gets me in there. I don't like their loot idea for Crystal Tower, and the way loot works in there, it's like half like any other raid you've played in any other MMO, and half it's completely stupid. So in most MMOs, when you raid, was it LFR that only gave you 1 piece of loot per week way back in the day when it first started?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so like in WoW...
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I feel like that's right. Anyway, in that game, you would be able to get 1 piece of loot from LFR, which was their, like, looking for raid. So, you know, you'd queue up and just get thrown in with randoms per week. They're kind of doing that with Crystal Tower. The problem with it is that you can only get 1 piece of loot per week, and it doesn't matter if it's a needed or greeted piece of loot. Once you get that 1 piece, you can't roll on anything else. It'll auto pass for you. So if you're in a group of you're 8, because each treasure you'll get 3 treasure chests, 1 for each group of 8. In your group of 8, say, Rob, you're a white mage, and a white mage robe drops, but you've already got your mythology robe, so you don't need it. So if I am maining paladin, but I'm really working hard on my white mage, I could greed for it and get it, but then I don't get to need on anything else. Nothing for my class. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of wasted loot because of that. And that bothers me. It's like, what's the point then of even having a greed button? Because who in their right mind is going to greed on something versus waiting for something that they actually need to drop?
Jancko, I know you haven't done a lot of endgame yet, but are you looking forward to the Crystal Tower raid? Like, what do you kind of think about everything Shane's saying?
I don't really understand the loot thing. So if you run this dungeon multiple times in the week, you can only get 1 thing the entire week?
Correct. So if you run it all the way through on Tuesday and nothing drops, you can run it again on Tuesday and hope something drops for you, but you have to kind of know what you want and wait for it, or else if you roll on anything else, then you don't get to roll the rest of the week.
But that's just going to be the Crystal Tower?
Roll and win, sorry. Yes, just the Crystal Tower.
That's
Whereas
weird.
in,
what's special about the Crystal Tower stuff that they would implement for that, but not anything else?
I think it's because you can random it, or you can dungeon or duty finder it, whereas the other raid in the game, Coil of Bahamut, you can't, and that's not being added to the duty finder, I believe, in this patch. So, I think it's a dumb decision. You should be able. Everybody should be able to greed. The need thing is fine. If you can only need on 1 thing per week, cool.
I agree with that.
But you should be able to greed as much as you want.
I stopped, just for those in the video, I stopped here because I think this is where Crystal Tower is supposed to go. That's my assumed location. I see this door here that's shut right now, and maybe
They're-
that's going to open. I don't know.
They're opening an entire new section of Mordona's map that isn't currently there.
That's and
So
there's a whole.
gonna be like a new town or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
too.
there's a dot here that you can't even access. That must be Crystal Tower. So yeah, they're gonna. I wonder if that's the access point over there. I'm gonna run over there real quick.
Where in progression does the Crystal Tower loot come in? Is it done after Titan hard mode, but before Coil?
Yes.
Like, where does it fit in?
Yes, it's before it's after Titan hard mode, before Coil, because it's eye level 80 gear, if I remember right. I can't look most of this stuff up because the official site is down for maintenance because of the pending maintenance in the game. But yeah, I believe it's eye level 80, which would put it right after Titan, before Crystal Tower, and I believe that also, or before Coil, and I believe that puts it below the extreme primal battles, and also above Good King Moogle which is also coming.
It's an alternative to mythology gear, then.
It's not an alternative. It's still a step below. So, if you're still saving for myth gear, but you have to make a choice on what you want to spend your myth stones on, you can do the get the more expensive piece or get the cheaper piece and fill that other slot with something from Crystal Tower.
Got it.
My other concern with the Crystal Tower is if it's going to be a 24-man raid. First of all, I wonder how much interaction the three players are going to have. Are they going to be totally separate from most of the dungeon, or are we going to be playing together? Because if we're playing together, at least in the PS3, when like in Fates they get really crowded with over 30 people, I get a lot of lag. So I wonder.
I know there are sections where we're all going to be split up, each group, but I think, at least for the major stuff like boss fights, we're all together. So I don't know how it's going to work for PS3 players.
They've really not shown a lot of it, have they? Like of Crystal Tower. Like they've kind of said like this is what the UI looks like, but they haven't really said
and the only
like
UI part, it's just like, here is your other groups.
Here's how 24 people are going to look in the game, right?
Yeah.
So.
And did you know that all the gear from there apparently is modeled after Final Fantasy III gear?
That is actually super awesome. I love that, and some of that retro throwback is like what makes this game so great. In fact, I should actually get in my Magitech armor and roll around in that for a little bit, because that's always fun. Uh-oh, we're getting the maintenance will begin shortly messages. That's a lie. We have 18 minutes, damn it.
We always get those. You get those like 3 hours before maintenance starts.
That's true. That's very true.
All of the Fate groups that are in Northern Fan right now are trying to take down Chimera. We're not doing too well, and I don't know if we can get them down in the... There's 23 minutes left on the Fate counter. There'll be 18 minutes left on the server. I'm not sure we're going to get it.
That's not good.
It shouldn't take the entire timer to take that thing down.
You
Yeah, he's
never
at
know.
30% actually, so we can do it.
Oh, you can do it.
Oh, I think this is starting to get into Crystal-y area. This might be the place where you get into Crystal Tower, because I can see like on the map how there's like a dot there and then it goes into this darkened area. It makes sense. I guess. Let's see. We don't have a whole lot of time left. I'm trying to think what else to discuss. Shane, what else is coming in the patch that we haven't talked about yet?
There's going to be Beastmen daily quests where you can get awesome rewards like mounts and pets. There are treasure maps where you can get awesome items that I don't know of off the top of my head.
That sounds like fun. I forgot about that. The push art map stuff.
Yeah, you have to get the maps from gatherers, and the higher the gathering spot level-wise, I guess the better the map, supposedly. Most maps can be done with solo, but there are going to be some maps that require 4- and 8-man parties.
You know the best thing about those Beastman tribe quests, though, is going to be the fact that you can do those at level 42, because the game badly needs content for levels 40 through 50. Because most
Which is where I'm at right now, is 42.
Yeah, so that's going to be really nice, because you can do those Beastman dailies to get some of your experience, because the game kind of sucks right now around level 40. I hate to say, but there's only a couple instances you can do, and otherwise you run out of quests so quick, and it's like you can't continue a story quest until you do something.
Yep.
So it kind of sucks in that regard.
From 35 to 42, which is when you're in Korthus for most of the time and doing fate parties in Korthus, there's definitely a plateau there where you do a story quest, and it's like, gain a level and come back. It's like, I literally just did that. It's like, yeah, we know, we want you. We took you from 36 to 37, now you have to go from 37 to 38. Shoo, go away. If they can fix that, that would be a huge help. By being able to do dungeons and XP rather than fate parties, because that gets kind of obnoxious.
Anything else we missed on the patch coming up that I didn't think of?
This is something that no one else might care about but me, but in Aurum Vale, the bosses that cause poison to the entire party, that poison no longer affects the pet, which is a big deal to me as a scholar, because I could not keep up with heals because my pet kept dying.
Oh, I didn't
that
realize
was
that.
annoying too. And
That's
they
great.
also said that is going to be the same for the Doom casting in Temple of Karn, because that first boss will cast Doom on everybody, and it would doom your pet as well, so you'd have to manually move your pet onto one of those squares. And that was annoying. So no more of that too. They're actually, like, they're taking a step back with the pets, but they're also taking a step forward, so good job.
Speaking of quality of life stuff, I am so flippin' excited for auto sorting of the inventory. I need that so bad. My inventory is a freaking mess. Like, it's just a hodgepodge of all this crap. And granted, that's my own fault, but leveling, 2 different classes up to max level, what could I do?
I wish we were getting more retainers in this patch, but I guess that got delayed. So maybe some mini patch will add them in. Hopefully we won't have to wait for a 2-2.
That is coming though, for sure.
Yeah, they already said.
Good. Because my retainers are full, and so am I. And I don't know what to do with all these gathered items.
Wow,
And don't forget to get into a sanctuary tonight before you log off. Since
I'm
we'll have
sitting
a
in one
whole
right
day.
now.
Yeah, I just went to Dragon Head because I feel like that's where I'm going to end up being tomorrow or Tuesday. Anyway.
Oh, heck no, this is not happening.
What?
This chimera thing. I was trying to raise some bodies or something, but dang. Anyway, before we run out of time, what else is there to look forward to in the patch? Is there anything else we missed, Shane?
I don't know. The new dungeon with Siren, that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be the hardest dungeon in the game. I don't know if that's versus the new hard modes as well.
Did you mention PvP?
Oh yeah, PvP.
Oh yeah, PvP! Hello, that's kind of a big deal. PvP.
Yeah, but I haven't really read up on much of it. I know there are new actions that all the classes get, specifically for PvP, and the armor that you can get for PvP looks pretty cool, but I don't really know what it's going to be like.
It doesn't sound like Square's really all that into PvP either. I mean, they're providing it, and I'm sure they're going to keep it balanced, but it seems like they're keeping it very discreet. Like, if you want a PvP, it's over here. You have to go to it, enjoy, but it's not, it doesn't really have the focus that, like PvP does in World of Warcraft, for example.
I feel like it's just, well, I'll see how it plays first, but remember when Final Fantasy XI added PvP, it was so tacked on and didn't really feel like much of anything? Kind of feel like that's where this is going to go to. I guess that was specifically directed at Rob, who's not paying attention, because he's trying to play Chimera fight right now. This...
Dead air.
Yeah. Oh,
Crap.
He's at like 10 or
asleep.
15%, but it's just such a mess. There's only like 15 people here.
Is Rob muted? Because nobody hears him.
Yes, oh my god, I was muted that whole time. How
You're
embarrassing.
stupid. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I'm trying to do this Chimera thing, and yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of a pain right now. I'm getting attacked by all his stupid ads while I'm trying to run around and raise people.
Oh, I heard on the show tonight that Bobby was intimidated by the way I talked about this game. Talked about players.
Would you like to talk about your behavior with players?
My behavior is fine. It's other people's playing that's terrible. Like, I don't remember what I was getting mad about last night, except we had a bad healer, and tonight I had a bad healer who quit because they wouldn't heal anybody right before the last boss fight of Stone Vigil, which made me so mad because I just wanted to finish it, and we didn't finish it because of that jerk healer. I don't know, I get a little bit ragey when people play terribly, and they don't, because I play terribly too. So I'm not like mad that they're playing terribly. I'm mad that it's affecting me negatively. They can play terrible with other people, but not with me.
No, I'm afraid to play with you too.
Well, it's just like simple things. If you're screwing up simple things, then you should go and do some like guild hests that teach you how to play your class.
Jancko a minute ago was talking about how on PlayStation 3 sometimes you can't see certain things. And I heard that for instances like what I'm doing now, the Chimera fight, like it'll be easier to see on a PlayStation 3. Like you
Oh, you
won't
got
have...
a different priority to the
Yeah.
important things like the actual monsters and fates.
Mhm.
So I'll actually be able to see Odin pretty soon, maybe.
Maybe.
I still
I'm
haven't done the
excited.
Odin fight.
I haven't either. I don't really care to, actually. Except I might want the achievement you get for it. But I'm excited because even though we're talking about 2.1, during all of the information that came out for 2.1, they showed off the PS4 version and the Vita version, and they both look amazing, and I'm so excited to be able to, well, not Vita version, but, you know.
I was going to say there's a Vita version?
Well, it's the PS4, what's
Playing
it called?
on the
Remote
Vita.
play.
What?
Yeah.
I got a stinking bronze on that? How many freaking people did I raise during that? Boo!
They don't care about healers.
Lame. Oh well. I better try to get back to a place where I can log out. Because we got 8 minutes left.
Break out the champagne.
I know, right? It's like New Year's Eve or something. So let's do predictions. When will the game actually come back up?
I'm gonna say 9 p.m. Pacific time, because it's gonna just screw me over because I'll want to play, but I'll have to go to bed.
Okay. Jancko, when will the game actually come back up?
I'm going to say 11 o'clock Pacific. Just
Oh,
before.
super screwed.
All right. Alan.
I will say, I'm going to mix it up a little. I'll say 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoon, but after it's up for 4 or 5 hours, they'll be in emergency maintenance. So it'll come back sooner than expected, and then they'll have to take it down at midnight anyway or something.
That's a really good guess. I'm going to go against the grain totally, and I'm going to say it's 3 a.m. Pacific when they finally get the game up. They're going to make it late. And there's emergency maintenance on Wednesday, because you know what? It's an MMO. That's my reason. Because MMO, that's my reason. Every MMO does it. That's my reasoning.
You know, it's because we still have 6 minutes. It's whatever.
Yeah.
You know what's one thing we didn't talk about that I found really interesting? The fact that house prices are dependent on your server.
Yeah, give us an idea of what house prices look like. And keep in mind, I hardly ever spend gil, and I have 425,000 gil. 1,000, not million, as we're about to talk about.
Okay, so first of all, the houses you can buy are only for free companies right now. There are no like player houses, like your own personal house. The cheapest house at launch of this patch is 4 million gil on just a select group of servers. God, I don't remember what the max is, but I know like on the legacy servers, which are servers that, you know, the 1.0 players were stuck on, I think their cheapest house is like, what, 16 million gil? I want to say somewhere stupid like that. On our server, we have our house, the lowest house set at 8 million, and the highest, the best house you can get, I want to say, is just under 200 million gil. So, yeah, I have 142,000 right now gil, and that's because I transferred all my gil from the other character combined with this guy. And that's how much I have. It's pretty sad.
So we as a free company, we have no idea how we're even going to be able to afford this thing, right?
Correct. I
You
don't
need to recruit.
Well, what's the point of having a house besides like a totally just aesthetic thing right now? I mean, there really isn't a point to it besides I got a house and you don't.
Yeah, I don't really think there is, because I don't believe anybody else sees your house that's not in your free company.
I don't think that's right, because you're going to have these new zones.
Oh,
That are
okay,
gonna have
if
different
that part
plots of
was
land.
Instance also, whatever. It doesn't matter because they don't provide any benefits that I know of. So
I have a theory that this is just a ploy to find out who's cheating and buying gil. Because anyone who can buy a house
possibly.
is obviously buying gil and cheating somehow.
I can
So
see
every player
that.
that buys a house in the first few days, they're going to get banned instantly.
I think I read that theory on Reddit or something as well. So you're not the only one thinking it, that's for sure. I think this is where one of the housing areas is going too, because I see a path on the map that's kind of cut off, and it makes it's a very obvious, like, we would put housing here area, and it's over in Olda, but right now it's just a big gate, can't get through it. So, this gate is to remain closed. Well, fine then, jerk. I will just port back to Gridania, see if I care, because I gotta get to my bedroom, because we're about to get kicked out, because it's only 3 minutes till patch.
I'm gonna stay on until they kick me out. I don't care.
Well, don't you make sure you get your rested bonus? Because I want my rested bonus.
Yeah, I'm in Dragonhead, so I'm in Arrested bonus.
That's good.
Area. And that's something they're changing too, thank goodness, is that the main cities are going to be sanctuaries now. So you don't have to go to the inn. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird. It's like
thank gosh.
I'm literally in a capital city, but I have to walk my ass over and get an inn, an actual
And you can't
room.
even get an inn until 10.
Yeah.
Approximately level 10, so...
Oh, that's a great change.
Yeah, you can sit in a crate in the middle of a field in the middle of Gridania, or the Black Shroud, rather, and that counts as getting rested bonus, but in the actual city, no.
Yeah, and it kind of
gotta
sucks
go to an
before
inn.
you're level 10, too. You can't do anything until you're level 10 and get the... unless you know better and you actually run out to do that.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
You can run down to like Bent Branch Meadows, but if you're literally brand new, you're not going to know to go south for a minute.
Right. Okay, well, we've got 2 minutes left, so I gotta wrap up this video because I wanna make sure I am able to stop this before the shutdown happens. But just quick final thoughts on the patches and last plugs for any projects. Alan, last thoughts and any plugs you want to get out.
No plugs, but I really hope to ding 50 by, gosh, I hope Thursday or Friday and jump right into all this new content.
Jancko, thanks for being on the stream. I know I pulled you in at the last minute. I hope you had fun. Any last thoughts and plugs?
No last thoughts, but listen to Koopa Club podcast at koopaclub.com. That's Koopa with the Q, Club with the K.
Excellent. Check that out. It's a fun show. And you guys just put an episode out tonight, I noticed, so I gotta check that out. Awesome.
We did a Super Mario 3D World extravaganza.
Good choice. That game's amazing. Shane, any last thoughts and final plugs?
No plugs, because what would I plug? And my final thought is I changed my answer for what I'm most looking forward to, because I can't believe I forgot. Titan Extreme. That is going to be my new favorite fight in the game, because Titan currently
It's gonna be a nightmare. I don't want to do it.
It looks so good.
I don't
The
wanna
ring
do
is
it.
half gone on the second phase. That is awesome.
All right. And my final thought is I'm looking forward to Good King Moogle Mog. That is the fight I can't wait to do, because Moogles are awesome. Although I don't want to kill them, I love the theme music. So Good King Moogle Mog rocks. And that's it. It's midnight. They're going to pull the plug any second now. So my other projects, quickly, Orange Launch Radio, where every gamer has a voice, Sunday nights. Horde House, all things online gaming but never too seriously, Wednesday nights, both at the Voice of Geeks Network, vognetwork.com. Thanks for watching, be it on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, and we'll see you next time. Bye!